the spark begin. Pull me deeper in your universe, where the fire lives within. Shadows fade when you're so close. Light me up from deep inside. Don't let me drift into the void. Be my truth, don't let me hide. Genesis, maybe this is fate.
Genesis,
Is it far too late? Silent mind, empty roads, lost in time. Heavy loads, every step is a hidden sign. Chasing ghosts I left behind. City sleeps but I'm wide awake. Every promise is a risk I take. Her voice is low like a sacred sound. Pulls me in when I'm breaking down.
is it real?
Or just shifting sand.
If I fall,
Will you take my hand? Light me up from deep inside.
don't let me drift into the void.
Be my true,
Don't let me hide.
carbon, pressed into the dark. Carbon burns without a spark. Carbon, dense as midnight air. Carbon, heavy everywhere. Not looking for the meaning in the city lost tonight. Not searching for the feeling that will make everything right. Just driving through the carbon in the air I breathe. Pressure from the darkness, that is all I need. Everything compresses when the temperature gets low. Every diamond started as the thing you didn't know. Pressure made me harder than the life I left behind. Carbon in my bloodstream, carbon in my mind. Compression without breaking, darkness without end. Everything that broke me, everything that bent. Carbon under pressure doesn't crack, transforms. This is not a love song, this is how you form. Carbon, oh, crushed into the real. Carbon, oh, nothing left to feel. Carbon, oh, pressure makes the gem. Carbon, oh, dark again and then. Carbon, oh, density away. Carbon, oh, this is not the way. Carbon, oh, this is the arrive. Carbon stays alive. Preston's hard form. Preston's hard form. Preston's philosophy tonight, just physics in the dark. Every molecule compressed until it leaves a mark. Underground the pressure does the work without a sound. Carbon doesn't float, carbon hits the ground. Tried the soft approach for years, it never held a shape. Carbon is the only element that never needs escape. Pressure is the language and the dark is just a lab. Carbon, that is all I have. Compression without breaking, darkness without end. Everything that broke me, everything that bent. Carbon under pressure doesn't crack, transforms. This is not a love song, this is how you form. Carbon move, crush into the real. Carbon move, nothing left to feel. Carbon move, pressure makes the gem. Carbon move, dark again and then. Carbon move, density and weight. Carbon move, this is not the way. Carbon move, this is the arrive. Carbon stays alive. Press dance, hard form. Press dance, hard form. Press dance, hard form. Carbon. Diamond is carbon that refused to stay soft. Coal is carbon that never found its pressure. You are carbon. The only question is, most people break before the diamond forms. Carbon move, crash into the real. Carbon move, nothing left to feel. Carbon move, pressure makes the gem. Carbon move, dark again and then. Carbon move, density and weight. Carbon move, this is not the way. Carbon move, this is the arrive. Carbon stays alive. Prestance, hard form. Prestance, hard form. Prestance, hard form. Carbon. Carbon.
Hey, feel it now. Catch my vibe.
Don't look back, feel that bass, heart attack. Move your body left to right. We go crazy every night.
Catch my vibe.
Feel the heat,
Drop it low.
feel the beat.
No control.
Lose your mind,
One more time.
hit rewind.
Lights flash. We don't sleep. Bass loud. Feel it deep. No stress. No pain. Drop hits again. Hands up. No fear. Good vibes right here. Too fast. Too loud. Lost inside the crowd. 3, 2, 1. Go!
Catch my vibe. Don't look back, 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 back. Feel that bass, bass, bass. Heart attack, attack, attack.
Move your body.
Left to right.
We go crazy.
Every night, 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 night.
Catch my vibe. Catch my vibe. Move your body. Feel the vibe. Again.
Replay.
Yeah. Again.
Replay. nowhere left to go. Abyss, pull is too strong. Abyss, where I belong. Not afraid of falling when the bottom has no floor. Every city I drove through just opened another door. Down below the surface where the pressure holds its breath. Abyss was never darkness, abyss was just depth. Drove without a destination sometime after 4. Bass was getting heavier the further from the shore. Found the kind of silence that the surface never has. Abyss underneath me, everything else just jazz.
Not the kind of falling
that destroys and breaks.
This the kind of falling
that the deep sea makes.
Pressure without panic,
dark without the fear.
Abyss is not the end point.
Abyss is just here. Abyss below the city.
Abyss below the bone.
Abyss below the frequency.
Abyss below the stone.
Abyss inside the engine.
Abyss inside the night.
Abyss inside the darkness.
Abyss inside the light.
Down deep, still real.
Down deep, still real.
Down deep, still real.
Down deep, still real.
Abyss. Surface people never understand the pull. Every time they told me stop, I felt the abyss full. Underground the water has no color, has no name. Abyss beneath the city always stays the same. Bang, bang, bang. Stopped explaining why the depth felt more like home. Abyss was never lonely, I was never more alone. Now the surface feels like something borrowed, not my own. Abyss is in my bloodstream, abyss is in my bone.
Not the kind of falling
that destroys and breaks.
This the kind of falling
that the deep sea makes.
Pressure without panic,
dark without the fear.
Abyss is not the end point.
Abyss is just here. Abyss below the city.
Abyss below the bone.
Abyss below the frequency.
Abyss below the stone.
Abyss inside the engine.
Abyss inside the night.
Abyss inside the darkness.
Abyss inside the light.
Down deep, still real.
Down deep, still real.
Down deep, still real.
Down deep, still real.
Abyss. Most people are afraid of depth because they confuse it with emptiness. But the abyss is not empty. It is the only place where everything is exactly what it is. No performance, no pretending, no surface, just depth. Abyss below the city.
Abyss below the bone.
Abyss below the frequency. Ice in my chest, cold breath, dark streets, no rest. Step too close, I silence the rest. No love here, only fear in my chest. Snow in my lungs, smoke in my coat. I speak in looks, my words cut ropes. Metro runs like blood through veins. Dead inside, I feel no pain. Enemies close but play as friends. Dark road never really ends. Keep one eye when dogs don't bark. Moving silent through the dark. Gold flashing, blackout zone. Cold streets, I walk alone. Rust and steel inside my cage. Silent soul locked in rage. Street raised, heart turned cold. Respect more than chains of gold. No fake love, no fake face. Quiet soul in a rusted cage. Ice in my chest, cold breath, moving slow, no rest. Snow in my lungs, dark roads, silent soul. Nobody knows. Cold streets, rust cage, no calls. Cold start, engine on, heart black, war zone. Feel the pressure. Bloodline drive, I don't slow down. Black sky falling in a dead town. Cold mind, no soul, no crown. Still I rise when it all burns down. Bloodline drive, feel that rage. Locked inside this iron cage. No fear, no break, no chain. Only power running through my veins. Midnight run with the lights off. No brakes, hit when I take off. Street code, written in my scars. Raised by the dark, not stars. Enemies close, but they can fake. One wrong move, big mistake. Still nervous, I don't react. Silent killer, no comeback. Heavy bass in my bloodstream. Real life feel like a bad dream. No escape from what I built. Hands too clean, heart too guilt. Burn it down if it ain't real. Cold ambition made of steel. No trust left in this game. Only respect and pain. Faster, louder, heart beats. 3, 2, 1. Bloodline, drive, don't slow down, black sky. Falling on a dead town, no fear, no break, no change. Only power in my veins. No way back. No life. No life. You were never meant to be ordinary. Born in the dark, built in the fire. Born in the dark, rising higher. Born in the dark, nobody can stop this. Born in the dark, watch me claim what's promised. They turned the lights off, thinking I would fall. Stood in the darkness, stood against them all. Every scar they gave me became armor. Every broken night just made me harder. Midnight was my mother, pain was my father. Went through hell alone and didn't bother. Now the whole world shakes when I arrive. Born in the dark, most alive. Something is changing, something is breaking. Deep in the darkness, something is waking. Feel the ground moving, feel the air shaking. This is the moment, everything is breaking. Born in the dark, oh.
I will never fall.
Born in the dark, oh.
Hear me when I call.
Born in the dark, oh.
Race inside my chest.
Born in the dark, oh.
I will never rest.
Born in the dark, oh. Fire in my veins. Born in the dark, oh. Breaking all the chains. Born in the dark, oh. Night is where I start. Born in the dark.
Dark is in my heart.
Dark fire, rise higher. Dark fire, rise higher. Dark fire, rise higher. Born in the dark. Used to be invisible, now I'm everywhere. Used to move in silence, now the whole world stares. Built this in the shadows when nobody watched. Every single limit that I had, I crossed. They were counting failures, I was counting lessons. Every dark night taught me all the real blessings. Now they play my name from every speaker loud. Born in the dark, rose above the crowd. Something is changing, something is breaking. Deep in the darkness, something is waking. Feel the ground moving, feel the air shaking. This is the moment, everything is breaking.
Born in the dark, oh. I will never fall. Born in the dark, oh. Hear me when I call. Born in the dark, oh. Race inside my chest. Born in the dark, oh. I will never rest. Born in the dark, oh.
Fire in my veins.
Born in the dark, oh.
Breaking all the chains.
Born in the dark, oh.
Night is where I start.
Born in the dark. Dark is in my heart.
Dark fire, rise higher. Dark fire, rise higher. Dark fire, rise higher. Born in the dark. Everyone told me I was nothing. Everyone said I would never make it. Everyone laughed when I fell. But here I am, still standing, still burning, still alive. I was born in the dark, and the dark made me everything. Dark, 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 dark.
Born in the dark. Born in the dark, oh. I will never fall. Born in the dark, oh. Hear me when I call. Born in the dark, oh. Face inside my chest. Born in the dark, oh. I will never rest. Born in the dark, oh.
rise higher, born in the dark. Always in the dark. This is where I live. This is who I am. Born in the dark, 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 dark. Biz sekinleşmeyimiz. Orkaga qaramaymiz. Tungi shahar, chiroqlar to'qnashar. Faqat biz sukunatda yo'llar, bosh ko'chalar, jim belgilar, satrlar orasida arvohlar izlar.
Hisset taranglik oshmoqda u, ko'zlarda neon yonmoqda-ku.
Yana bir lahza yonamiz biz.
Tun ichida yo'qolamiz.
Hayda, to'xtama, quyosh chiqmaguncha uchaver.
Tezlik, tormoz yo'q.
Har bir harakat, yurak zarb.
Hayda, tun bo'yi
Qorong'u va yorug'lik yo'li.
qo'rquv yo'q, o'tmish yo'q.
Faqat hozir.
Faqat tezlik bor.
Bas yuragingda uradi.
Hech qachon to'xtamaydi.
Yonib ket, qo'yib yubor.
Shu biz bilgan yagona yo'l.
Yomg'ir tomchilari, olov va muz, har tomchi ismingni aytar uzluksiz. Gap yo'q, faqat his bor.
Haqiqat asta yo'qolar.
Tezlik menga ishonch bergan, o'tmishni ortda qoldirgan. Faralar aksida yo'llar uzoq.
Faqat tun va yangi yo'l bor.
Soyalar yonmay yon yugurar, biz yashirmaymiz, yashirmas ham har soniya baland jaranglar.
Bir yo'qola, o'zimizni toparmiz yana.
Meni ushla,
Qo'yib yuborma.
biz juda chuqurmiz bu oqimda. Yo'l yo'q, chegaralar ham yo'q. Shahar yurak bilan urar tok. Har burilish yangi uchqun.
Tun ichida yonamiz bugun.
Biz tovush ichida yashaymiz, yer ustidan baland uchamiz. Agar qulasak nurga qarab,
Qo'rquv yo'q.
yuramiz faqat.
Ritmni his qil, tezlikni ol. Mana shu tirik hayot.
Ertaga yo'q,
Faqat hozir bor.
rulni ushla,
Gazni bos.
Hayda,
Hayda, to'xtama.
quyosh chiqmaguncha uchaver.
Tezlik, tormoz yo'q.
Har bir harakat, yurak zarb.
Hayda, tun bo'yi
Qorong'u va yorug'lik yo'li.
qo'rquv yo'q, o'tmish yo'q.
Faqat hozir.
Faqat tezlik bor.
Biz sekinlashmaymiz.
Orqaga qaramaymiz.
No sound. world, I don't trust a thing. Voices fade when the phone don't ring. Heart made of ice, no heat inside. I lost my soul on a midnight ride. Dark roads, I know the way. No sun comes here, only gray. I don't run, I just adapt. Living life in a broken map.
I play concrete and the floor was hate. Every face just was a shake. Fake smiles turned into dust. Everything I love turned rust. I walk alone through neon rain. Every memory feels like pain. No future calling my name. I burn it all just for fame.
Silent steps in empty streets. Heartbeat sync with heavy beats. I don't speak, I observe every lie that I deserve.
Let the day fade, the bubble no way. Take the mother, the ball in the way. Let the day fade, the bubble no way. Take the mother, the ball in the way. Let the day fade, the bubble no way. Take the mother, the ball in the way.
Cold world, I don't trust a thing. Voices fade when the phone don't ring. Heart made of ice, no heat inside. I lost my soul on a midnight ride. Dark roads, I know the way. No sun comes here, only gray. Don't run, I just adapt. Living life in a broken map. No light, no name, just cold and pain. You can run, but the signal finds you. Always. Cold signal, breaking through the night.
Cold signal,
Everything ignites.
cold signal,
You can't hide from this.
cold signal,
Feel it in your fists. Static in the air before the storm arrives. Running through the city, barely staying alive. Every frequency I send cuts through the dark. Every cold transmission leaves another mark. Downloaded from the shadows, uploaded to the street. No one ever found me, no one felt my heat. Signal moving faster than the speed of light. Cold and dark and deadly, that's my birthright. Something is transmitting,
deep inside your chest,
something is emitting.
putting you to test.
You can try to block it,
You can try to run,
cold signal found you.
now it can't be undone.
Cold signal, ooh, tearing through the wall. Cold signal, ooh, answer when I call. Cold signal, ooh, frequency so deep. Cold signal, ooh,
Wake you from your sleep.
cold signal, running through your blood,
Cold signal,
rising from the mud. Cold signal, dark side of the moon.
coming for you soon.
Signal, cold,
Dark, deep,
signal, cold,
dark, deep,
signal, cold,
dark, deep,
cold signal.
finds you.
17 frequencies all locked on you. Nothing you can do and nothing's breaking through. I became the network, I became the grid. Every dark transmission, everything I did. Towers in the distance sending out my name. Nothing ever stopped me, nothing stays the same. Now the whole world running on my frequency. Cold signal everywhere, that signals nothing is transmitting.
Deep inside your chest,
Something is emitting,
putting you to test.
you can try to block it.
You can try to run,
Cold signal found you.
now it can't be undone.
Cold signal, ooh, tearing through the wall. Cold signal, ooh, answer when I call. Cold signal, ooh, frequency so deep. Cold signal, ooh,
Wake you from your sleep.
cold signal, running through your blood. Cold signal, rising from the mud. Cold signal, dark side of the moon.
Coming for you soon.
Signal, cold, dark, deep. Signal, cold, city I've been through, every road I've crossed, every signal I have sent was never truly lost.
You felt it before you heard it. You knew before you knew. The cold signal was always there. Signal. 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 Call. Call.
Cold signal, tearing through the wall. Cold signal, answer when I call. Cold signal, frequency so deep. Cold signal, wake you from your sleep. Cold signal, running through your blood. Cold signal, rising from the mud. Cold signal, dark side of the moon.
Running for your sun.
Signal,
Dark, deep.
signal,
Dark, deep.
signal,
Dark, deep.
cold signal.
Never sleeps. Cold signal.
Still transmitting.
Always transmitting.
Find me if you can. Everything clear. Everything cold. Everything real. Crystal wave, pulling me inside. Crystal void, nowhere left to hide. Crystal void, cold and pure and deep. Crystal void, too alive to sleep. City moving slow beneath the winter sky. Every light a crystal hanging way up high. Bases in the asphalt, cold beneath my feet. Every empty corner has its own heartbeat. Drove for hours through the dark without a reason. Every road a different face of every season. Found myself between the shadows and the light. Crystal void inside me burning through the night. Something cold and clear, rising from below. Something I can feel, but never really know. Crystal in the dark, pulling like a tide. Crystal void is open, step inside. I was never home. Crystal void, it consumed my soul. Cold and infinite, crystal void. This is where I sit, crystal void. Base beneath the ground, crystal void. Only underground sound. Clear as broken glass. Doesn't test not pass. Crystal void, cold. asteroid built this sound from silence and from empty space. Every dark transmission finding its own place. Now the crystal frequencies align at last. Crystal void was future, crystal void is past. Loud and clear, as from below. Something I can feel, but never really know. Crystal in the dark, holding like a tide. Crystal void is open, step inside. Crystal void, I was never whole. Crystal void, it consumed my soul. Cold and infinite, crystal void. This is where I say, crystal void. Base beneath the ground, crystal void. Only underground sound. Crystal void, clear as broken back. Crystal void, crystal void, present tense not past. In the void, Sub-Zero, carbon and frost. The city is dead, but the machine is alive. Industrial bass shakes the frost off the frame. A wasteland of iron that forgets its own name. Wiping the rhyme from the carbon fiber weave. In a world made of ice, it's a struggle to breathe. Exhaust pipe is glowing, a torch in the gray. Chasing the ghost of a long faded day. The heat of the manifold screams at the sky. As the city of silence watches me fly. Jagged ice shimmers on the edge of a glass. Headlights like razors as the wreckage I pass. Sub-zero urbanism, concrete and bone. Driving this kingdom of shadow alone. Digital needles are dancing in blue. Everything's frozen, nothing is true. The roar of the engine is the only sound left. In a city of silver, spirit bereft. Crystalline night, where the steel meets the frost. Counting the miles and the souls that we lost. Brutal and cold to the neon and grit. The darker the world, the brighter I'm lit.
Roaring exhaust against biting stillness. Speed is the cure for the urbanized illness.
Hydraulic kissing like a serpent in weight. Crushing the ice at the factory gate. Oil on the asphalt, a rainbow of black. Once you go sub-zero, there's no turning back. Pistons are pounding a rhythm of hate. The clock on the dashboard is tempting my fate. Gears locking in with the mechanical snap. Escaping the jaws of the industrial trap. tires start to scream. Living a nightmare or chasing a dream. Headlights reflect off the shards of the street, where the heat of the rubber rim permafrost meet. A brutal machine in a crystalline cage, right in the end of a mechanical age. Frost on the senses, the system is down, but I'm still the king of this graveyard town.
Every corner is sharp, every shadow is deep. The city is dreaming, but I never sleep. Witness the friction, the spark in the dark, leaving my ghost on the road like a mark. Industrial dream,
Biting stillness, the frost remains.
stay cold.
Stay cold. Dark City Emperor. Dark City Emperor. Dark City Emperor. Walk through the night. Cold eyes glowing in neon light.
Silent steps,
But they know my name.
shadow moves,
Never play the game. Dark City Emperor, heart made of stone. Built my kingdom all alone. Fear in the air when I appear.
cold soul.
No love here. Midnight calling through the empty streets. Heavy bass running with my heart beats. Street lights flicker when I pass by slow. Only real ones know where shadows go. Trust too rare in a world so cold. Fake friends break when the truth unfolds. Enemies talk but they never act. Silent move, no turning back. Black smoke rising from the road I take. Dark decisions, risks I make. No crown needed, respect my throne. Shadow king, I stand alone.
Dark city emperor,
Walk through the night.
cold eyes glowing in neon light. Silent steps,
But they know my name.
shadow moves,
Never play the game.
dark city emperor.
Heart made of stone. Built my kingdom all alone. Fear in the air when I appear.
Cold soul,
No love here. Walk through the night.
Cold eyes glowing in neon light.
Fear grows when they hear my name, name, name.
Shadow King.
Inside the flame. I was dead until the night found me. Now nothing can stop this. Walls of concrete, sky of steel. No one alive knows what I feel. Born in darkness, raised in speed. Bass is the only thing I need. Shattered mirrors, broken glass. Watch me burning as I pass. Every city lights my way. I don't sleep and I don't pray. They try to stop me. They try to hold me down. They try to break me, but I never made a sound. Now the engine screams and the night belongs to me. Nothing left to lose, nothing left to be. Dark engine burning through the night.
Dark engine,
Nobody wins this fight. Steel and shadow, bass and speed.
dark engine,
This is all I need.
dark engine,
Tearing up the road,
dark engine,
carrying this load. City burns behind me as I go.
dark engine.
Watch me steal the show. Watch me steal the show. Rain on asphalt, neon bleeds. Engine howling, no one leads. I became the road itself. I left my soul upon the shelf. 100 miles of empty black. Every shadow at my back. Turn the pain into a blade. This is how a ghost is made. They try to stop me. They try to hold me down. They try to break me, but I never made a sound. Now the engine screams and the night belongs to me. Nothing left to lose, nothing left to be.
Dark engine,
Burning through the night.
dark engine,
Nobody wins this fight. Steel and shadow, bass and speed.
dark engine,
This is all I need.
dark engine,
Tearing up the road,
dark engine,
carrying this load. City burns behind me as I go.
dark engine.
Watch me steal the show.
You thought the night was empty. You thought the road was dead. You never heard me coming. You never saw the thread.
I am the dog between the lights. I am the sound that owns the nights. I am the engine. I am the road. I carry every broken soul. Dark engine.
Full power now.
Dark engine.
No stopping now.
Dark engine.
The night is ours.
Dark engine.
Through fire and dark.
Dark engine,
Burning through the night.
dark engine,
Nobody wins this fight. Steel and shadow, bass and speed.
dark engine,
This is all I need.
dark engine,
Tearing up the road,
dark engine,
carrying this load. City burns behind me as I go.
dark engine.
Watch me steal the show. Dark engine, still burning. Dead streets, no cars, slow breath, low sound, lost soul, underground, down, 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 down. Dead city, no light, cold shadows at night, no love, no sound, lost soul underground.
Ice veins, low breath. Street rays, no rest. Dark sky, no pain.
Cold blood in my veins. Midnight train real slow. Where the lost ones go. Neon fading away. No tomorrow, no day.
Cold steel, empty zone. Walk these streets alone. Enemies close, but fade. Silent ghost in the shade.
Street lights flicker low. Only real ones know. Trust none, stay cold. Heart frozen like stone. Heavy distorted.
808, north funk, cowbell, ambient, dark synths. Tape hits, background.
Slow drift, funk beat. Cold night, slow ride. No fear, no side. Dark streets, low tone. Dead city, alone. Smoke moves through the rain. City feeding in pain. Black sky over me. No one left to see.
Silent walk through dark. Street dogs never bark. Enemies fade away. Ghosts of yesterday.
Raised cold, no soul. Dark streets take control. Quiet rage inside where the shadows hide. Dead city. Cold breath. Dark sky. No rest.
Signal fading slow.
Dead city glow, 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 glow. Beast, yeah, I'm coming for the meat. Crushing every bone, yeah, I'm stamping on the street. Bass hitting hard, yeah, you feeling all the heat. Sesh till the death, yeah, I never take defeat. Feed the beast. I'm coming for the meat. Bass hitting hard. Yeah, you feeling all the heat. Teeth like a saw, yeah, I'm ripping through the skin. Welcome to the darkness, let the ritual begin. I don't need a savior, I don't need to win. I'm the king of shadows, I'm the lord of every sin. Switchblade glimmer cutting through the throat. Writing all the carnage in the blacked out note. I'm the ghost captain on the sinking ass boat. Looking for the body, looking for the code. What? No mercy.
150 on the dash, I'm a monster in the night. Fading in static, fading out of sight. Red eyes glowing, looking for a fight. Ready for the fire, ready for the light. Sash on my soul, yes, branded on the chest. Put the phonk legends to a permanent rest.